Hi everyone, this video is to accompany my latest blog post entitled this. HillStars, the detailed playbook on Senator Clinton's California campaign in Zinni Zeitgeist. My blog at zinni2005.blogspot.com. What we're going to do is take a detailed look at the HillStars campaign. HillStars is the Clinton for California campaign to launch 1,000 volunteers out statewide to sign up absentee voters and attempt to capture the California vote for the upcoming Democratic primary. Well, I'm going to take a look with you at the details behind that plan and some really glaring problems, and also why that plan is not even as large as the current operation for Senator Obama, unlike perhaps others may have told you. So with that, let's go. HillStars opens with this page on the California primary and asks why California is so important this year, and of course the obvious answer rests in the fact that it's an early primary, and also that California has a large population. So the Clinton campaign sees that the campaign starts January 7th and runs until February 5th, which is a 29-day long election. The document goes on to read basically that it asks the question, why Hillary? And it says that Senator Clinton is the most experienced candidate for the job. She's not only a former First Lady, she has been Senator of New York since 2000. All right. It says, as First Lady for America, she helped transform the role, that she's been a steadfast advocate for middle-class families. And it goes on to read that Hillary has fought and continues to fight to strengthen our approach to homeland security and to improve our communications and intelligence operations. And finally, it says something I think is really interesting. It says, Hillary's fight for universal health coverage did not succeed while President Clinton was in office. But her commitment to health care for every American citizen has never wavered. Well, actually, it says every American has never wavered. That's a colossal blunder. Here's why. First of all, everyone knows that Senator Clinton is a huge recipient of donations from the healthcare lobby. Second, in this document, the senator is having her volunteers say, you know, we know she wasn't successful as First Lady in having universal health care adapted, but she's still committed to the idea of health care for every American citizen. We'll take the lobbying money and put it together with the failure, the admitted failure, even by her volunteers, and what does that equal? It equals the prospect for no change in health care coverage for every American citizen in the United States. Now, to put that in a campaign document, to apologize for something in a campaign document we're supposed to be promoting the candidate, is a terrible mistake, and as I said a few seconds ago, a colossal blunder. Well, all right, let's not dwell on that. Let's press on and see what else we have here. The campaign is focused on something, a bit of interesting math called the 1,020-200 plan. The idea is that, as this text reads, it is an organizational strategy that will allow Team California, as it's called, to combine the power of the internet with traditional field methods to create millions of voter contacts leading up to the February 5th California primary. Essentially, the math works a little bit like this. You can read more of it on the blog post at Zinni Zeitgeist, but it works like this. These elite volunteers will have the task of recruiting 5 Hillary Corps members and managing 20 Hillary Corps members over a 5-month period. Hillary Corps members will be tasked with talking to a minimum of 200 voters in their precinct, as well as members of their social network. You know, if you've got an email list, you send it out, all that sort of thing. Out of these 200 contacts, we expect to identify 100 Hillary Clinton supporters and 5 new Hillary Corps members. There are about 7 million registered Democrats in the state of California, and this document says about 3.5 million will vote during the primary election, and the Hillary campaign intends on talking to every one of them. All right. So that's they say if it's possible, they believe it's possible because of this 1,020-200 math that they've cooked up. So In other words, do the math, it equals 4 million contacts. They think it's possible. Do I think it's possible? Well, it's not that simple a task, and I'll explain why in a little bit, but let's press on. This is the HillStars Timeline, and as you can see, it starts day 1, which is this week, and goes all the way to November, and it has a variety of tasks. For example, holding house parties, there's training to the left, there's a BYOP, that's phone and not bottle party, and that's within 1 month. There's continued training process, which is supposed to lead to 20 fully trained Hillary Corps volunteers, precinct walking, phone banking, and so on. All of this by November of 2007, this year. Now that bit of yada yada is all well and good, but the simple fact of the matter is that the Barack Obama campaign through BarackObama.com has had thousands of volunteers throughout the state of California already conducting these tasks. Now the Obama campaign is so large that first a field team operation was established, and now Camp Obama, to really help organize what's already out there, which has really formed the basis of the largest fundraising totals in the history of presidential elections, all, I might add, without lobbying money. So this is a good start for the Senator Clinton campaign, but it's a little late. However, it's all focused on California, and you have to admire that effort alone. It doesn't mean I don't think that they're trying to ignore other states, but they're acknowledging that California is huge. Now, others have said, well, she already has a 30-point lead in California. Hold on a second. First of all, only 419 voters were surveyed. And I might add, those are voters in the last election. That was 2004. Now, here's a quiz for you. What major company that has had a significant impact on the Democratic and Republican election cycle of this year didn't exist in 2004? You should have said YouTube. But if you were more detailed in your thinking, you would have said YouTube, Bright Cove, Google Video, Yahoo Video, AOL, and so on, and so on, and so on. The point that I'm making is that this campaign this year has been heavily shaped and influenced by online video. Every campaign has an online video page on YouTube. Every campaign has a video presence to some degree. That couples with the fact that in 2004, if one just turned 18, they may not have voted. But that same person is now 22 years old, ready to vote, and according to studies consumes most of their information online. So none of the polls, the field poll, the USA Today poll, which I contend the June version of which has been rigged to show Senator Clinton ahead because they changed the sample size, none of those polls address, focus on, or consider these new voters. And yet it's this new group of voters that's having the biggest impact on the campaign. So, Senator Clinton, beware.